Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. So I am continuing to paint the Eldar Rangers, and I thought I would give you some idea of the process of painting these and the paints that I've used. Now initially I was following somebody else's YouTube video about painting these, but then I went off and did my own thing. But one of the initial colours that you start with, or I started with and he started with, was Warflesh. So that's this colour here. Now unfortunately I painted all of them, all the cloaks and guns in Warflesh and it wasn't until a bit later that I struggled to highlight this colour, and I'll perhaps demonstrate that later. But so basically you get the Warflesh, and as I say, you paint the guns, the cloaks and the masks. So here is a chappie with the as you can see, the cloak, the gun and mask painted in Warflesh. Then what I did was I got Rhinox hide, which is a brown, and I painted the gloves and the gaiters, I think they're called, which run from his foot to his knee, and the belt in the Rhinox hide. So I'll just show you what that is. So that's this colour. Once I did the Rhinox hide on the patches that were going to be leather or whatever, I decided to use store vermin fur for the inside of the cloak, but I also used this colour for the armour, so his boots, the top of his leg there, and on some miniatures you can see a bit more of the chest armour. So I did that, obviously making sure that anything around the other side was covered with that as well. So this is store vermin fur. So once I got those three colours on, I then decided to do some stripes on the cloak to break up the one colour, and again suggested from the chap that I was following, we used Bane Blade Brown. Now this paint for some reason doesn't mix well for me. It either is too wet or it's too thick, and trying to draw lines with a paintbrush is a bit of a challenge with this paint. But I did do this on, I think I've done it on 3 of the 5 figures now, so let's have a look at that. So there we go, we got the striping on the gun, on the cloak, on the mask, just to break up that green, and it goes around the back as well. Okay, notice I haven't done the flesh on this guy yet. So once we got all those colours down, it was time to do a wash, and the wash that we put over all the figure was Agrax Earthshade, and that mutes all the colours down till you get something like this. So this figure is up to that point. Obviously this one's got a helmet, so you can see the storm vermin fur on the front of the mask, sorry, front of the helmet, where he's, you know, to protect his face, and then the rest of the helmet's in the Warflesh and some Bane Blade Brown. So here you can see the 3 stages. You got the blocking in of the main colours with this guy, then you've got the doing some detail paint work with the Bane Blade Brown, and then we've got this guy with all that on, and then we've got the Agrax Earthshade muting all the colours down and kind of blending them a bit together. So the next stage is to highlight the green, highlight the browns, highlight the greys, and the figure will start looking a bit better. The other thing I've got to do on these guys is Eldar have what's called spirit stones. They're usually red in colour, but I don't think there's any particular reason why it should be red. Now you can see that there's the possibility of spirit stones all over the rifle, but I've just taken it that that's just a design, that's not particularly spirit stones on the rifle there. On these figures there will be possibly only two kind of features like that. The one will be the sight for the rifle, which will look like a spirit stone, but it's obviously the rifle in sight. And the other spirit stone, I don't know whether you can make it out, but on their belts, in the centre of their belts, there's a spirit stone there, and I will be doing that. Also, you've got lenses for the certainly on the end one with the helmet. He's got like a lens, a bionic type eye, and he will have a similar design like the spirit stone on there. Spirit stones are something that I haven't done very much painting of before, and I always think them a bit of a challenge, because what you're trying to do is give an idea that it's a gem. So you need a bit of reflection, you need a bit of variance in colour, but at the same time it's, you know, initially supposed to be like a red. So that will be a bit of a challenge for me. One of the things that I do as well is, because it's a gem, I do tend to put a gloss varnish over the top of the gem, and that enhances it quite a bit. So your paint job may not be particularly good, but hopefully just the gloss finish of it will give an idea that it is actually a gemstone. So that's it for this update. I've got it's Sunday today, so I've got the rest of Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and I think I've got Wednesday before this has got to be finished. I have finished two. I don't want to show them yet. They're not, the bases aren't finished on them either, so I've just got these three to complete, so we'll see how we go. Anyway guys, thanks ever so much for watching. Thank you to all my new subscribers for joining the channel. I hope the content is something that you enjoy and like. Thanks as always to my old subscribers, the old hands. Some of you I think used to leave comments in Latin. You've been subscribed that long. Thanks ever so much everybody, I do appreciate it. I've touched 1,000 subs twice now. I'm currently at 1,000 subs, and I was on 1,000 subs on Saturday and then lost some. So fingers crossed that will maintain, and I'm just over the moon about that, but I'll have a chat about that some other time. Stay safe guys, I hope you're having a great weekend, and I'll catch up with you soon.